All right, guys, fire away.
Was that more of a mental or a physical adjustment in the second half?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it was just we played a really good team. We played a really good team, and you know, you go through these ebbs and flows of a season, and we're kind of learning our way just like everybody else. So, I mean, I tip my hat to Southern for the effort and energy they played with, and I thought defensively we were okay early. Offensively, we weren't great, and then we kind of settled in there a little bit, and luckily our defense was able to create a little bit of offense, and we settled in and kind of looked a little more sound in that second half. But I'm not going to try to pinpoint it on any one certain thing other than give our opponent a lot of credit.
Was there anything about their defense you felt was a key adjustment to sort of get through that?
Well, I mean, I think we kind of wore them out a little bit, and then I think our guys got a little more comfort with their physicality, and so we were able to maybe to pin some fouls on them, get some free throws and things of that nature, and yeah, and then I think we obviously did a better job getting the ball inside in the second half as well.
Talk about that. Keyshawn just has a knack for getting to the ball inside the basket, just has a feel for it.
Yeah, I mean, Key's a really good player, and he scores the ball pretty easy, and he's and a lot of it's based on effort and energy, which is an incredible skill to have as a basketball player. He's got great effort and energy, and so it's a joy to coach him every day.
Do you see something like that eventually rubbing off, or maybe does rub off on your guys?
Well, I mean, I think it is. I mean, I thought Caleb might have played his with the highest effort maybe he's ever played with in a college game today. I thought he was incredible. And maybe the shooting numbers or the don't show it, but I thought he really played extremely hard and pretty unselfish on the offensive end. So, I mean, I think it is rubbing off. You got him. Pella's always played hard. Kylan has the potential to play hard, and is learning how to play harder. Jaden plays hard. KJ plays extremely hard. I mean, I think that core group of guys is a high effort group, and yeah, I do definitely think it is infectious. And what it does, it establishes a standard. This is a standard with which we play, and other guys got to get themselves to that standard.
Philip made some contributions in the lineup tonight. How do you think games like this will help their development down the line?
Well, I think it's really going to help them. These European guys, there's a little bit of adjustment. Playing in a game like this, where a team's extremely quick and aggressive to the ball. Maybe they haven't played against that much, and so and just the nuances of our game are a little different than theirs. Whether it's lane violations or how they referee the post or how they referee when you get a rebound, and so they have to learn those, because that was a really good officiating crew out there today. I mean, that's a a couple of those guys are Final Four championship game level officials, and so our guys need to make the adjustment on that, and especially those international guys that don't have much experience playing at this level.
What's Caleb's progression been like, and what's impressed you throughout that process from when he got here to now?
I mean, just his willingness to learn, and listen, these seasons are marathons, and I don't think Caleb is going to accomplish his goals at Arizona in the first handful of games, and so we're building, and definitely, I'm getting more comfortable coaching him. He's getting more comfortable playing for us, and he and I had a great meeting today, and I got nothing but positive things to say, and how he's contributing to this program.
Caleb was the only starter that didn't get to double figures in this game, but you've had 19 of those through the first 3 games. Is this what you were kind of envisioning when it came to the depth as far as being balanced?
I mean, listen, I always like being balanced, and I don't really. I don't get it. I mean, of course, you look at some individual stats because they tell a little bit of parts of a story. But the main one is I look at our team stats, and I want to know how many points it says under Arizona, and then I try to figure out how are we getting those points. So, I don't really care who they come from or how we get them. But we're a passing program, we're an attack the paint program, and we're a pressure defensive program. I mean, those 3 principles are things we hang our hat on.
You feel this way about a number of guys, but do you think he in particular, when you have that big game on Friday, you come here, he's coming out like that? Is that something you think he can sustain all year and maybe that consistent guy?
I mean, Key's been really consistent for me, and so yeah, I don't think Key played the national championship game last year, and he played a lot of great games at San Diego State. So I don't think Key's feels like we've arrived. he's mature enough and understands that there's a bigger picture that we're playing for and preparing for.
Are you able to comment on a little bit more on the guys that were signed last week? I know that you put out a little bit.
You tell me what you want.
Just in general, I think you'd only signed one guy in November each of the first 2 years, but you're able to get 3. Was that a determined effort, or did it just happen?
Well, I mean, for my deal, it's always, signing early is, it's not something you take lightly. And, you put a lot of effort and energy into recruiting guys to sign early. There's probably a pretty extensive process behind the scenes to get a kid to sign early. I just think, we're settled into the program now. We're in our 3rd year. We've had a chance to get through full recruiting cycles and people, we have proof of concept in how we play. We know the kind of players we think will help make us successful here. So I think it's just it's kind of a collision of all those things. And then just, there's some good players in our region that made a lot of sense to play at Arizona. And, Carter, Jamari, and Big E, I'm really excited about those guys. I think they got great potential here in this program. I can't wait to get them here and help them, grow as basketball players and grow as people and help them through the struggle that comes with adjusting to playing at this level.
Like the team was playing with a lot more poise in the second half, turning the ball over a lot less. What do you think went into that?
Well, I mean, we had high turnovers all night. I mean, they're a really handsy team, and at some point, you can't be surprised that they're going to try to take the ball from you. So, if you have an advantage, you got to find a way to secure the ball and deliver, and that's just something we have to learn. And in the Duke game, a lot of our turnovers were caused by just kind of getting stripped from the ball, and so our ball security's got to tighten up a little bit.
You played all reserve guys out, I think, the last 11 minutes. Anything you got out of that, especially after a couple of them?
I mean, yeah, they're good players. And listen, I honestly believe we're only going to be as good as our 8th, 9th, or basically our 9th, 10th, and 11th players are going to make us. And they're good players, and they deserve an opportunity, and we have a great culture. And I think our top 8 guys are willing to sacrifice a few of their minutes and stats for those guys to get experience because they practice against them every day and they know how hard they're working. They know how much basketball means to them. So they need to get some reps. And so to be able to give them an extended run like that, maybe they're not used to playing that long. So fatigue becomes a factor. And so it's maybe not totally fair to judge the whole 10-minute run, but all in all, I'm glad we were able to do it.
You talk about that. Paulie is making that adjustment from 3 to 4 as well as freshman. How's that going?
I mean, it's obviously a work in progress, but I expected it to be, and I mean, I just know how long it takes the freshmen from Europe to make that adjustment, and we gotta hang with them, and then the biggest thing is they gotta hang with us and trust us that we have experience in this area, and we're gonna help get them there in a safe, efficient way.
What do you make of Jaden Bradley's play so far this season?
Jaden's a good player. I think Jaden is going to make a big jump. I think Jaden's got a lot of little things he's going to be able to improve on in these next couple weeks. That I'm excited about, and I think it's going to kind of help bump us up another notch. And Jaden's one of those guys. He's he's a team player through and through. So he sacrifices a lot of maybe some individual things he could do for the team. And now he's got to find a little bit of a balance of maybe doing some things, for himself, to kind of get that confidence maybe that he'll need to deliver. But I love having him on our team. I feel 100% comfortable when he's on the court.
Last question. Do you expect the budget crisis to affect your program at all?
Hope not. I didn't come here to be part of no budget crisis, so I hope not.
Well, have you been told anything about what might?
Nothing I'm going to share with you. So, all right.